Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to a brand new episode of DocTalk, your weekly guide to understanding the medical and behavioral topics that matter most to you and your family. In this episode of DocTalk, we explore a powerful concept with our guest, Mohammaed Afif: coach yourself before coaching others. Before we can guide, inspire, or lead others, we must first understand ourselves. True coaching doesn't begin with giving advice. It starts with deep self-awareness, reflection, personal growth. This idea highlights the importance of inner alignment and authenticity. When we take the time to coach ourselves, we gain clarity, emotional intelligence, and the resilience needed to support others effectively. This journey inward isn't just beneficial, it's essential for anyone seeking to lead with impact and integrity. But before we begin our program today, let's learn more about our guest, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. Now that we've learned more about our guest, we are pleased that he's joining us today, Mr. Mohammaed Afif. Welcome, Mr. Mohammaed, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks a lot for being here today, talking about human development.
Now, first and foremost, we'd like to ask, what does it mean to coach yourself before coaching others?
We used to say in the Arabic traditional culture, you cannot give what you don't have. This means if you cannot coach yourself, you cannot go to the step of coaching others, helping others to discover their abilities and capabilities.
Yes.
If you don't do it beforehand, if you cannot do it to yourself, you cannot do it to the others. I remember in the aircraft, when the flight starts, usually the flight attendant is telling the instruction, security and safety instruction. And he tells us usually, if you want to use the oxygen, first you do it to yourself, then you do it to the child that you have in your company in the aircraft. So this means you have to be ready yourself first before you go to help others. So helping others means you have to help yourself first. And by the way, if you want to talk about coaching it's helping others actually. It's how you help others and support them and motivate them to discover their capabilities and abilities. So you should do it to yourself first.
Of course, yes. So what are some of the signs that someone can see that he needs work on themselves, or she needs work on themselves?
People know, actually. They know what they need. Most of the people, they know, but they don't know how. The problem is always with the know-how. The know-how is how I should move from this level to a higher one, from a level which is low to a higher one. This is the point. Actually, I always, I am biased in this one. I always push people to read first. First thing, first time you go to read. If you want to develop, start reading. Reading is the first step. That's why people who don't read, they need a lot. They ask a lot. They feel that they don't have enough knowledge to transform it to a kind of experience. That's the point. So that's why I always say, read. People, if you read, you can know your goals, you can understand your path and your way. People who read, they have this, I'm not talking about reading for knowledge and information, by the way. I'm talking about the habit of reading.
Yes.
If you want to succeed in your life, let reading be a habit in your life. If you don't read, you have a problem. You'll face a lot of challenges, even more than those who read, actually.
Yes, of course. Now let's pause there, sir, and we have a report to watch, and we'll be right back to our conversation. Now, dear viewers, our camera crews and everybody behind the scenes have been working diligently to bring you the best content. And with that, we have prepared this report. Let's watch it together, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Its benefits.
Welcome back, dear viewers, and I am joined once again with our distinguished guest in the studio. Now, Mr. Mohammed, can you tell us how does personal development affect leadership?
Leading or leadership means how to influence others and motivate them to achieve a certain goal. This means you need to know how to influence others, how to push others and let them reach the goal that is assigned beforehand. Leadership skills usually, I mean, if I talk about leaders, they know how to improve themselves. And when we mentioned reading, what was the first point? Actually, other things, if some people, they are born leaders, of course. Some people, they gain leadership skills through the life by nurturing. Your question is about nurturing and how to gain it, how to learn to be a leader. Actually, leadership comes from experience. Leadership comes from talking with leaders, real leaders. I'm talking about managers, talking about leaders. And of course, failures will teach you a lot about how to lead people.
You mean the experiences we have?
Experience is very important, but it's not the only thing. I mean, it's not the only one. But I'm trying to tell that you have to be a leader that people trust. Honesty will help. Truthfulness will help. Walking the talk will help. A leader who says something and do something else is not trustworthy. So people, they like the leader who says something and he's doing the thing at the same time. That's why we call him, he walks the talk.
Yeah, and not being hypocritical, basically.
Yeah, of course. You know, people, they like the honest people, honest leaders. Honest leaders means a leader I can follow. I will follow his steps. For God's sake, how can I follow his steps and he is not, I mean, that person that I can trust?
So can we say that this is a tool, and what other tools can someone use to coach themselves?
Yeah, to coach myself, if talking about coaching myself, I'm just having my tools. The best way ever is questions, through questions. You ask yourself some certain questions. They will help you a lot to make this progress.
Yes.
The progress you're looking for. So, you know, the WH questions. You ask yourself, why am I doing this? If you get the right answer, you should know the way. I mean, you really will know the way. You know, the point is that coaching myself requires a lot of transparency. I mean, anybody can lie to others, but he cannot lie to himself. I mean, if you lie to the others and go to your room and close the door after that and you start to, now you cannot lie.
Exactly.
It's yourself. I mean, you know. So that's why if you are truthful with yourself, and I know people who are very truthful with themselves. Really, Imran, they are trustworthy, truthful, and by the way, they are very assertive with themselves. I mean, he's assertive with his mistakes. He is too strict with the errors. You get a point? So some people, okay, I just made a mistake, it's fine. No, if he does a mistake, he immediately goes to correct. And
so self-critical.
Yeah, we can say so if you like. It's self-criticism, self-blame, responsibility. It's at the end of the day, it's responsibility.
Yes. So can someone effectively lead others if they hadn't done this type of thing, they hadn't done the inner work?
For a short term. I mean, if he is not acting as per his or her words,
yes,
maybe he can lie to others for some certain in short time.
Yes.
But for the long run, no way.
So there's no shortcut.
The truth will, no shortcut. Actually, even the top, you know, the top of the mountain, it has no shortcuts. You have to go the way as hard as it is.
As adverse and hard, you have
exactly as difficult as it is. No shortcuts. Success has no shortcuts. And by the way, even if somebody he says that I have found, I have discovered a shortcut to success, okay, he will succeed for a limited time. The long life success has no shortcuts.
It does usually have a taxing effect. Even if you do take a shortcut, it will tax you somewhere else. So on that note, it's a great segue for this next question, which is, what are some of the common mistakes people make when trying to coach others without even self-coaching?
Well, coaching others means you are helping them to be to reach their goals, let's say.
Yes.
All right. So, first deadly mistake is when the coach tells the client a solution. That's not part of his job. That's not part of his why he's there. That's for the consultant. You know, consultants, a consultant can give you a solution for your problem. The coach should not. That's a deadly mistake. I mean, I know the solution. I'm sitting with you. Suppose that I'm coaching you now. If I tell you the solution, then now you'll stop thinking. So this is the solution. Why should I think about it? But if I show you part, if I motivate your mind to see the solution, this will help you. You'll start thinking. Once you think about it, you start to have the solution on your own. Once you have it on your own, you have something, we call it ownership. You know ownership? If you own an idea, you will execute it.
Exactly.
You will do it. You will work on it. If you don't own it, I mean, if I give it to you, see, your belief in it is too low. Not enough. It's not enough just to achieve your goals. If you want to achieve your goals, you should own the thought first. You should own the idea first.
You have to have conviction in
exactly. This conviction will help a lot in the ownership, and this ownership will make you put a lot of efforts to achieve the goal.
Yes. Well, sir, we do have to pause here as we do need to take a break, and we'll be back to our conversation. Now, dear viewers, let's watch this report together, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. Once again, I am joined in the studio with our distinguished guest, Mr. Mohammaed Afif. And now, one of my favorite segments here, Mr. Mohammaed, which is myth or fact. I will present you with a statement, and you can tell me if it is indeed a fact or a common misconception. So, first, if you read self-help books, you're qualified to coach others.
No, that's a myth. Why it's a myth? You know, reading a book, I know people, they don't even read a complete book. They just read half of a book, part of the book, and they start to present themselves that they are experts and specialists in some field.
Yes.
That's not enough. That's a myth. Reading is not enough. You have to, you know, see, I have a program which is called mentorship.
Yes.
Mentorship. In this program, fresh trainers or coaches, they come to me to accompany me for like 1 year to guide them to reach their goal in coaching or in training.
Okay.
So this guidance will help them. I mean, and it's not enough as well. So reading is not enough. Attending courses is not enough. Mentorship is not enough. You should have all these things together in a certain period of time. After that, you can decide. I mean, you can say if you can coach others or no. Reading a book, 2 books, 3 books,
yes,
even 10 books is not enough.
So the next one, which is a good coach doesn't need to review their own behavior or thoughts.
actually coaches, they should be a good example. I mean, a coach should be a good example. I mean, if you are a good example, people will try, they will trust you, they will have faith in you, and once they trust you, they will listen to you.
Of course.
How comes? So you should be a good example to be followed, to be traced.
So the next one is if you're successful in your career, that makes you automatically a good coach.
To a certain degree. To a certain degree, because experience in a certain field will help a lot, but still you need to learn the techniques and skills of coaching. I mean, if I'm good in finance, a person who is a financial manager, he is good in finance, that's fine, and he has, you know, he has gone a long way in this experience. That's good. This is not enough. To some degree, it's good, but he should know, he should learn the techniques and you know, tricks of coaching.
Okay, so for the next one, sir, it's okay to give others advice that you don't apply yourself.
Again, that's a myth, because you cannot, we said that before, you cannot, I mean, you should be a good example. I mean, you cannot tell somebody something that you yourself do it. If you do it, this means that you are not, I cannot believe what you're saying, or I'm not convinced enough. That's a myth. You know, some coaches, he is still single, and he is coaching married people. How comes that?
How is that possible?
I mean, he didn't go through this process just to know, you know, I mean, you have read some, like 2 books about it, and that's enough. It's not enough.
So actual, like, let's say, on the field experience is crucial in some matters, like marriage, crucial, right?
See, Imran, now everybody is a life coach. That's another problem. Everybody is a life coach. That's for myself. You asked me before we start today. I said, I told you I'm not a life coach. You asked me, right?
Yes.
I can coach life things, I mean, social life things, but I'd like to introduce myself as a career coach. If you want to name me as a coach,
a label.
I would like to go to the area of career coach. At least I'm good at it. I know what I'm doing. But the problem is that, you know, life coaching now, it's like a trend, you know, it's like something trendy. People, they like to put it before their names. Life coach Mohammed, life coach Ahmed, life coach Abdullah.
That's true.
That's not life coaching. Life coaching is too deep. Something, I mean, you have to know. And for me, myself, you ask me what is the first thing you should gain before you introduce yourself to be a life coach, and at least you should have an experience of at least 5 years, in this field, just to say I'm a life coach.
Well, sir, I'm really appreciating this insightful conversation. We have to take a quick break, and then we'll be back to our questions. Well, dear viewers, we hope you are enjoying this conversation as much as I am and learning as much as I am. Let's watch this quick report, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. If you're just tuning in, you're watching DocTalk, your weekly guide to understanding the medical and behavioral topics that matter most to you and your family. And I'm pleased to be still joined here in the studio with our distinguished guest, Mr. Mohammaed. Now, moving on, Mr. Mohammaed, how can personal failures become lessons for better coaching?
They used to define experience as a series of failures. I mean, a chain of failures.
Yes.
If you have a chain of failures, I mean, a lot of failures, at the end of the day, you will have an experience. So this is experience. That's why failures and successful people, they don't see failures as failures. Failures is an experience. A failure is a lesson you should learn. A failure is something will add a new information, a new knowledge, a new piece of information, I mean, a new experience. It will give you something that didn't exist before. I mean, see, failure. I know people, they welcome failures. The moment they fail in something, oh, fine, I have learned something. But some others, they don't even use the word. It's not failure. It's I have tried. I have tried. And this try is enough for me to learn.
It's true, sir. Now, some of the most remarkable people that I've known personally have went through the most adversity and failures. As soon as they fail, they just go back to the drawing board. What did I learn from that failure? And now the next step.
Exactly, Imran. That's why they are enjoying.
Exactly.
You know, people, they enjoy failures. Steve Jobs is the best example you can ever see. Steve Jobs, in his journey of success, his path like this way.
Up and
down,
Yeah.
ups and downs, all the way along. Steve Jobs is a good example of successful people because this person has changed the world. So that's why it's good to have him as an example of the person who has got a lot of failures in his life, but at the end of the day, he is still a successful person. And that doesn't mean, so Lincoln is another good example. Jack Ma of Alibaba trading site, he has gone through a lot of failures. At the end of the day, he is a successful person.
Yes. Now, on that note, how important is it to stay on track, and how important is consistency when it comes to it?
Consistency is the challenge, is the best way to reach your goals. You can have a smart person, you can have a hard worker, you can have a lucky person. Being smart, being intelligent, being lucky, being a hard worker, that's good, but consistency wins. I mean, you could have a hard worker, he is working very hard. After a while, maybe he will just feel bored and he'll stop. Consistent person, he doesn't stop. He moves in a very disciplined way. You know, if you have a kind of, you know, now we have discipline application tracks, you know.
Yes.
You know, tracking applications.
Yes.
They will teach you how to be disciplined. If you want to learn a language, you go to a tracking habit tracking app. This application will tell you every day at this time, hey Mohammed, you have 15 minutes to learn Chinese every day. So this will put you in a very disciplined track.
So when it comes to self-coaching, how does self-coaching help in, let's say, conflict management?
Yeah, conflict management, you know, if you want to manage any conflicts, the first thing is to have a good relationship with yourself. A good relationship with the self means a good relationship with the others. You know why people are fighting?
Yes.
They are fighting. And some people, they are fighting inside before they just fight with the others. Maybe out of the blue, there comes a guy to shout out loud, to say some bad words, to push you in the street in your car. His problem is not with you. First, his problem is with himself.
Inwards. Yes.
It is inside.
Mhm.
Once he feels bad inside, this will reflect on the environment. You know? So he has not a problem with you. Most of the problems you will see between two people, let's say, actually, a person A with a person B, a person A, he has got a problem with himself first, then it reflects on person B. That's the point. You know, the idea of having a good relationship with myself. I like myself. I accept it as it is. exactly like faith, which is iman.
Yes.
Faith, which is iman, it's, you know, the last phrase of it is to accept fate, whether bad or good. That's, you know, people who accept this. I mean, acceptance means I accept myself as it is. I accept people as they are. I accept the environment as it is. That is the way how I accept things around me. So that's why if you wanna resolve conflicts, start with yourself. Resolve it with yourself, you will resolve it with the others.
Of course. Well, sir, now we are unfortunately reaching the end of this interview. Do you possibly have a message maybe you'd like to share with our dear audience watching at home?
Yeah, sure. If you want to have good behaviors, first look at your beliefs, check your emotions.
Yes.
Think again about your ideas. So ideas, beliefs, and emotions, they will lead to behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to make sure that you have good behaviors in this life, make sure, check or double check emotions, thoughts, and beliefs. Actually, if you check these together and make sure that the right ones that you have, you will be having good behaviors.
Well, we really appreciated your time and your insight, sir. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Anwar.
Thank you very much. Well, that was Mr. Mohammaed Afif, head of Maestro Trainers Club. We hope you enjoyed the journey as much as we did, dear viewers. And thank you for keeping us company, and goodbye.